Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin, and we're back for PauLInstaMyooin's personal best opinions on Pokemon. So for this edition will be about Exeggcute and Exeggutor. So they have about the same moves, but obviously there's some differences of course, but the same held item and ability. So anyway, let's get on the moves for Exeggcute. For Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, well actually for both of them in those games, they have the same moves. But anyway, first of all, Solar Beam. Solar Beam is a 120 power, 100 accuracy special grass type move. And pretty much how this works is normally it takes one turn to charge and then it shoots off the next turn. So it's kind of a bad move in that sense, but if there's the sunny weather, if someone like uses sunny day or they have an ability with like drought that like brings the weather to harshly sunny, it'll be a one turn move, so it's really good in that sense, but also obviously this is a grass type, you really don't want to be out in the sun because fire type moves are also boosted by 50%, and obviously fire is super effective against grass, if you didn't know that. So yeah, that's just a pretty good move, but it's, could be bad for the whole taking one turn to charge, because all it takes is one turn for you to get destroyed. But anyways, then Reflect. Reflect is a 100 accuracy status psychic type move. And pretty much what this does, for 5 turns, your whole team is protected. The physical attacks are halved against your whole team for this whole 5 turns that Reflect is up. Now, the one scary weakness of Reflect, and another one called Light Screen. Light Screen is another one that just that lowers special attacks instead of physical attacks. But anyways, that like it protects you from. But anyways, someone could easily use a move called Brick Break, which will, if they use it on any of your Pokemon or on a Pokemon's team that has Reflect or Light Screen up, it'll immediately shatter, both of them. So yeah, you got to be careful with that. But other than that, it's a very good move to protect, a very good defensive move. It lasts for 5 turns, so it's a very good one indeed. And then Stun Spore. Stun Spore is a 75 accuracy status grass type move. And pretty much when this lands, it'll inflict the paralysis status effect. Now, what the paralysis status effect does is when a Pokemon is paralyzed, there's a chance to where it cannot do anything in that turn. It'll say they're paralyzed and can't move. And whenever they were trying to use that move, they were going to use that turn. It gets canceled out. And then also their speed is cut in half as well. So you'll be able to most likely outspeed whoever's paralyzed. So it's a very good status effect. And then Leech Seed. Leech Seed is I think it's always been 90 accuracy. I'm pretty sure 90 accuracy status grass type move. And pretty much what this does is when you use this against whoever you use this against, I don't think the same with Stun Spore. I don't think you can use it against grass types. So yeah, but anyway, what the Leech Seed does is when it gets planted on an opponent, as long as that Pokemon stays in, their health will get drained about, I don't know exactly how much, maybe like 25%, but I think that's way too much. You'll have to look at the exact percentages, but pretty much what it does, it drains their health, and then you heal that much on the one who uses Leech Seed. I'm pretty sure you can switch out, and then you'll just keep draining the Leech Seed from them, but if they switch out, then the Leech Seed will be reset, and then it's not going to be there anymore until you put it on again. So it's a very good move. So this is a very defensive moveset besides, the whole Solar Beam thing. But anyway, it's pretty nice. But anyways, then for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. So the difference here between Exeggcute and Exeggutor, they both have Uproar, obviously. That's a new move, I'll say. But instead of Exeggcute having both Stun Spore and Leech Seed, because I want to have Uproar as well on both of them for another attack, Exeggcute will be having Stun Spore because Exeggcute is the base evolution, and Exeggutor will have Leech Seed because Exeggutor will most likely live more often because Exeggcute, like not being fully evolved, has the weaker defenses and health, and yeah, it would just be better to not have that, set up for long term. But for Exeggutor is a very tanky Pokemon, so having these status combination moves up and then attacking as well, you'll be taking down your opponent, but also you'll be pretty protected as well. So that's why I decided to do that. So if you see like Exeggcute not have as crazy defense long-term battle moves, then yeah, that's why, because it's not like Exeggutor where it's fully evolved, and then yeah. But anyways, I'll explain what the move Uproar does. Uproar is I think it's always been 90 power, Maybe in early generations it's been different, but you can look up exactly. But in the current generations, it's 90 power, 100 accuracy. Oh, it's always been 100 accuracy, special normal type move, but the power is like, I think it's been different than 90. But anyways, it's for now, it's most likely 90. I know that for the current generations. But anyway, it's an attack, and pretty much you attack for a total of 3 turns in a row. I think maybe 5. You'll have to look up the exact turns, but I think you attack 3 turns in a row, and any Pokemon on the field is not allowed to fall asleep. So yeah, it can be very good. Because if you don't want someone to use rest or something, then they can't go to sleep because an uproar is up. So yeah, anyways, but it's bad, of course, because you keep attacking in a row and you can't do anything else until it says you've calmed down. So yeah. But anyways, then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, and White for Exeggcute, the only thing that's different here is actually Psychic and Bullet Seed. Now what Psychic does, this is a 90 power, 100 accuracy, Psychic special type attack, and being called Psychic and being a Psychic type move, it's actually the most popular Psychic type move out there, really. A lot of people always say like, oh, rocking Psychic on Alakazam or something else. So it's a pretty common move. It's one of the very known Psychic type moves. But anyways, not only is it so great in power and accuracy, but it also has a 10% chance to lower the special defense for if I could speak, of whoever you're using it against. My gosh, sometimes I gotta slow down. But anyways, then Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed is a 25 power, 100 accuracy, physical grass type move. And this is one of the moves to where it can hit multiple times. So it always hits at least 2 times, but it can hit up to 5 times, 2 through 5 times. So it can be very good. And then for Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. The only thing different here is instead of Psychic, because for some reason they downgraded in the later generation, which makes no sense to me, you have Extrasensory. So it's only 10 less power, same accuracy, still a Psychic special type attack. But it's actually 80 power. I said 10 less power, but I just want to make sure you knew it was 80 power. But it also has a 30% chance, or 10% or 30% chance, you'll have to look it up for sure, to flinch whoever uses against. So now, how flinching works, a Pokemon could only get flinched in a turn if it wasn't like the first one to go and use their move in battle. So if they were like the second one, even if it was like a 1 versus 1, and you outsped the Pokemon use Extrasensory, there's a chance that they'll get flinched. Now what flinching does, it pretty much just cancels out whatever move you're trying to do the turn. It says you flinched and can't move, so it can be very good indeed. And then for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, this time, well, there's no Bullet Seed or Extrasensory or anything like that, so same stuff, Stun Sport, Reflect, but also brought back Solar Beam. Oh yeah, and it's different for Exeggutor instead of Stun Sport, Leech Seed. But anyway, they both have Psybeam. Now Psybeam is a 65 power, 100 accuracy, special Psychic type move, and it has, I believe, a 30% chance, if not a 10% chance, to confuse whoever you use it against. So, what the confusion status effect does, this pretty much makes it to where when it says you're confused, there's a chance that you can hit through or you'll hit yourself in confusion. And then until you actually snap out, which will be like, it's not really, it happens when it happens, but it really is a good one to just like, have against an opponent. So it's pretty nice. And then I'll go ahead and say the moves back then for Exeggutor. So for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, for Exeggutor, the ones that are different here is, yeah, Leech Seed again, you already know what Reflect does, but also Wood Hammer and Confusion. So Wood Hammer is 120 power, 100 accuracy, physical grass type move, and the only bad thing about this is you take recoil, so you take how much damage you do, you'll take as health to your own. So you'll do a lot more damage, but you'll be taking damage when you use this attack. But it's a very good one indeed. And then Confusion. Confusion is a 50 power, 100 accuracy, Psychic special type attack. And this is just pretty much the lower version of Psybeam being 15 less power. And it has the same exact percentage chance to confuse, I'm pretty sure. So I think, yeah, because this is a 10% chance. So maybe it's the same as Psybeam. I don't think Psybeam's 30%. But you can look it up, like I said. But yeah. So anyways. And then for Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. The only thing different here is instead of Confusion, you actually want Psyshock. Now Psyshock has a very interesting effect, but I'll go ahead and say the power and then like all that stuff. So it is an 80 power, 100 accuracy, psychic special type attack. But the special effect is, even though it's a special attack, it actually does physical damage. So it's one of those really interesting moves where it's like a tricky type of effect. But anyways, then obviously I already said for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Yeah, let me go back because I accidentally clicked all the way back. Then the held item for Pokemon. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I was like, what the heck? The held item. Wait, what? Oh. That's weird. Okay, that's really weird. I know I didn't put that there. The ability Chlorophyll. Well, now you know the ability. There's only. Well, I might as well explain the abilities. So there's only two abilities. The hidden ability for both of them is Harvest, and that's pretty much if you use berries, like I don't. So it pretty much makes it to where you consume a berry in a battle. Later on in the battle, you will have it will activate Harvest, and then you'll pick up any berries or anything, even if you weren't the one that used it. It can just pick it up and then reuse it when the time comes. But anyway, Chlorophyll is the one you want because, well, since I don't use berries, I might as well use this. It only works when the sunlight weather is out, the harsh sunlight, and it pretty much just raises your speed. So I guess it's better than nothing because I don't use berries. And then the held item for Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, you actually want the Miracle Seed. This is just to boost up the power of Grass type moves by 10%. And then the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, you want the Silk Scarf that boosts the power of normal type moves by 10%. And then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire. For offline, you want the Life Orb. Now what the Life Orb does is boost the power of special and physical type attacks on a Pokemon. Holds this by 30%, but also you take damage each time you use an attack. Depending on how much damage you do, that's how much damage you'll be done.